And breaks free. There's no shakes. Welcome back to more Pokemon Shield, where last time we got into the semifinals. We were right before battling Leon, and then Rose decided to bring upon the Darkest Day and even said that Leon is at fault. The nerve of that man. And today we are back in the slumbering weald after long last. And what we're gonna try to do is find that weird mist creature that we saw back at the very beginning. Don't run into me, I'm too powerful for you. And see if that thing could help us. Yeah, or just don't touch me. I'm way too strong for you. So let's see, because the last time we were interrupted by it somewhere along here. The question is if it is here again. Doesn't seem to be the case. Oh! Different Pokemon. Stronger Pokemon even. That's a fun thing. Items! For Restore, I love that. There's even a coughing there. Anything of interest? I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. Don't touch me. If you touch me, I will scream. Really loudly. Mental Herb. Shakes off move binding effects to move freely. It can be used only once. Interesting. Excuse you. Don't. I wonder if I'm missing out on something at this point. Or if I'm good. Because there's definitely stuff to be found in here. Hey, and I found it. Phantom Force. Ghost type move. I talked about the fact that I need a few more moves in my team. Specifically like ground type moves though. So you know what? Mac, so far you only have fighting type moves. I mean superpower is good, but it also lowers your attack and defense, which makes you weaker overall. So we're gonna get rid of superpower. I don't think it's that necessary for us. You're gonna get dig instead, so we have a ground type move on our team. What else would be good? A psychic type move would be good, but not rest. We have fairy, dark fire, fighting. Ice type move would technically also be a useful thing, but is not as necessary. We have Hex that Sin could learn. Damage to a target affected by status conditions. That in combination... Hold on. Sin? That actually may be extremely smart for you. But the thing is... Poison Jab... Well, actually, Poison Jab is... We could still do that. But it's a special attack. You are a special attacker though. Is the music cutting out every now and then, or am I just insane? I'm gonna do Hex over Poison Stab, over Toxic. I know Toxic is really good, but I think overall... Yeah, there's definitely something weird going on with the audio. Okay, it wasn't the audio, it was my headset for some odd reason that disconnected all of a sudden. So that's interesting. Anyway, I was looking through these things here and... Phantom Force nobody can learn anyway. Okay, but I have now a ground type move and a ghost type move on my party. I think that's good enough for what we need potentially down the line. I wonder if there was an item back there that I could have missed. But then again, whatever. There's a trap there. Smoke ball. So, we're making our way forward. Hey, there's Hop! Oh. What's with this fog? It's even worse than the first time we came here. You think so? I think it's actually better than last time we were here, but... I mean, what do I know? Oh, hi there! How's it going? It's grilled. And Lord... You really are here? The sword and the shield Pokemon. I knew it! And they're gone. But that didn't work out. Hey, where are you going? We need your help over here. You too? What in the world are you doing? What? Come off it, Sonia. You must have seen that, right? Those sword and shield Pokemon. They were right in front of us. But then they disappeared into the forest. Are you sure you haven't lost the plot? There was no one here but the two of you. What? Were those just illusions or something? Listen, I dug into some literature from other regions and I finally found something. Mentions of the sword Pokemon Zacian and the shield Pokemon called Samacenta. The writing said that those two Pokemon were born somewhere beyond the slumbering weald sometime long ago. Did they really? Sonia, thanks for digging into that. Even if it's just an illusion or whatever, we did manage to find the Pokemon again. Maybe the sword and shield that those two used to carry are still here too. I guess we're gonna take a look into that. Anything else, Sonia? Zacian and Samacenta. They may have been sleeping in the slumbering weald right next to our hometown all this time. Perhaps that's why no one has entered the deepest parts of these woods for so long. Yeah, not because of the weird, creepy fog that keeps on getting thicker and thicker every time you go in here. Could? No, I could not. It looked like I could bike around in the water here, but I cannot. Now let's see what we can find deeper in. We'll find a cutscene. And an old shrine. That looks gorgeous, actually. Would you take a look at that, Lynn? Now that's something you don't see every day. This place definitely feels like the stuff of legends. Well then, let's take a look. What do we have here? Well, we have a broken sword and a broken shield. That's what we have. Well, that's impressive. See that, Len? The sword and the shield. The legends really were true. Can I choose which one I want? I can't. Obtained a rusted shield. It is said that the hero and the shield used the shield to hold a terrible disaster in ancient times, but it's grown rusty and worn. That settles it. I'm taking the sword. Though, wow, would you look at the state of this thing? Seems like it might fall into pieces if you so much as look at it funny. I don't know if these rusty old things really be able to stop the darkest day, but, well, I guess it can't hurt to have them along. Let's hope they bring us some good luck. Well, I mean, maybe the Pokemon themselves really are still asleep somewhere. So it seems we're on our own if we want to go help Lee. This is all the help we've got. I mean, honestly, Hop, that's all the help I need. If anybody's gonna help Lee now, I guess it's just you and me, mate. He's probably still at Hammerlock Stadium trying to keep the darkest day at bay. That's a mouthful. So what you saying? Wanna grab a flying taxi to head right there? Let's go. Then let's get out of this gloomy forest and fly back to Hammerlock. Of course, this is the one moment where the game's like, hey, you can choose whether or not you wanna do that. The other things, it just pushed me along, but that is the one thing where it was like, nah, you can do whatever you want. Whether if it isn't Len and Hop. It's a real shame the way things have turned out. You may make it all the way to the championship match, and something like this has to happen. And Trim and Rose thinking that the energy pouring from the darkest day would somehow be the key to saving Gala's future. It all seems a bit mad if you ask me. I can't follow at all how that's supposed to work. Well, I don't care if I'm up against the darkest day or the chairman or whatever. I'm going ahead. I'm off to help my brother. I'm with you though, Raihan. I also don't see how 1 and 2 have to do with each other. And he's gone. That Hop never changes. Always in a rush about something, isn't he? The key thing is that no one's been harmed. The gym leaders work together with the city's Pokémon and we've got everyone evacuated. And you're fixing to help out our champion? To save everyone in the Gala region? Well, that's where I'm going, I guess. Our greatest ever champion and the greatest ever challenger, along with her fiercest rival. Well, the blabberest rival, I would say. All teaming up against the darkest day. I almost feel sorry for it. Go on then, our great challenger, into Hammerlock Stadium with you. It's good that the gym leaders here actually do actively try to prevent whatever the crowd is going on as well. Which is a nice thing. Hi there, how's it going, Oleana? Are we gonna have beef or are we okay? Gym challenger, you must help me. I mean, please help me. My Pokemon suddenly Dynamaxed for some reason and started running amok. In the stadium. Mr. Ryan was able to subdue the Dynamax Pokemon in the stadium, but if other Pokemon also Dynamax and go on a rampage, the underground power plant would collapse. Mr. Rose is down there right now. I know this is selfish of me, but I must beg your assistance. I want you to head into the underground power plant and stop Mr. Rose. Mr. Rose has awakened a Pokemon known as Eternatus. Apparently the energy emitted from its body is what causes Dynamaxing. At this rate, all the Pokemon in the Gala region would Dynamax and go berserk. If that were to happen. Please, you must save Mr. Rose. You can't take the lift over there to reach him. I've enlisted the help of the champion's younger brother too, but who knows what is going on? Well, I don't know what's going on. Anything you can tell me? Challenge. Up above the champion is facing the darkest day. Yes, the lift will take you to the underground power plant. Okay, so I will go down and Lee is up top. I'm not 100% following that logic, but sure, I'm going down here. Ooh. The atmosphere. The vibe. The hop. Hop? What? What is all this? We need to help Lee. I mean, yes, we need to. Rose? You okay? You mad? And what do you plan on doing, Gym Challenger? I'm here to stop the darkest day and help the champion. Pardon? What are you talking about? There's nothing to stop now. We've already brought about the darkest day. Or should I say, the ultimate Pokemon, Eternatus. There were a lot of ultimate Pokemon already. Must I explain myself? From your perspective, I suppose it must seem that I'm doing something terrible. I don't expect you to understand. But I must provide the Gala region with limitless energy to ensure everlasting prosperity. Must you though? It is my purpose, my duty, my destiny. Is it though? That's why we've been giving the wishing stars to Eternatus. The megalomaniac seems to be pretty fitting. Surely you remember the red light that caused a ruckus around Hammerlock. That was all part of our experiment to awaken Eternatus. You must understand, I can't let you interfere with my plan to protect the future of Gala by potentially destroying it. You see how that's a little bit twisted, right? But we're gonna have a battle about it anyway. Macrocosmos Rose. Escavalier. I think that is a bug type. Is it a bug steel? I think it's a bug steel, which means you just made that really easy for me with the beginning here. And then again, if you're like all of the other Macrocosmos trainers, then expect all of your Pokemon to be the steel type. Which means I won't have too much of a problem with you. You're pretty tough, yes, entirely too tough. Something with think. I think something. Clang Clang. Yeah, I think it's all going to be steel type Pokemon. Which means we also can send out Mech to help. Gira, right now is not the time to think about camping. Just pointing that out. We are in the middle of something well changing here. So keep your head in the game, please. And beautiful level ups there for Donnie. Nice. And Pi, body slam. Is body slam necessary? I mean, no, not really. I think the moves that we have are better for you. Ooh, those are a few nice threes there. Love that. Feral Thorn. We're gonna stick with you in that case, because that's just 4 times weakness. We might still get the pin thingy, but it doesn't matter. I don't understand why we would get pinned with it, because we're kicking a ball of fire at it, but then again, the Pokemon games are kind of weird with that sometimes. So there goes that. Close for Sin. Berserker. Again, we could send out Mac. Like, fighting moves also work, but I mean, it's not that necessary. So far, it's really just steel types. And for that, Pyro Ball is more than enough. You avoided the attack. That's not good for me. Okay, you screeched at me. I can definitely live with that. Let's Pyro Ball you in the face. Excuse you? Fucking excuse you? If that would have missed again, I would have been really upset about that. There you go, bye Berserker. What an annoying Pokemon. Okay, we are hurt, but we're still fine. Love that. Copperaja. Is Copperaja a rock type as well? I'm not sure. I'm gonna send out Mac though, and we're gonna punch that thing in the face real good. With a giant octopus again. Unless we can't Dynamax down here. Uh-oh, down to my last Pokemon. This isn't looking too good. Barely have the time to give you the correct voice because I have to be so fast with wearing. Earthquake would have also been really good. Would have also worked, but let's break that thing out of that. Something tells me it's gonna G-Max though. There we go. And do it. I'll show you a move that'll hit so hard you'll be speechless. It is G-Maxed, as expected. It's a brick. Bricked up. Never mind. Max knuckled that thing. Oof, the defense on the thing is a little bit tough. But my attack stat goes, so... Mindstorm? Why does that thing know a psychic type move? Why? Probably for that exact reason. The battlefield got weird. Well, I got my attack stat up, so as long as that doesn't affect me too much, we might be good. Beautiful. And there goes a Copperaja. Took that thing out, no problem. And that's... We're getting you up there. Kira, we're getting you up there and I love it. You did good, Mac. Was a little bit close there. You're right, Rose. I'd forgotten how great Pokemon battles are. It's been so long since I battled. It sure was satisfying. Well, most impressive, Lynn. I wouldn't expect any less from a challenger endorsed by the strongest champion ever to grace our beloved Gala region. I really do wish I could have seen the championship match between you two. And I'm terribly sorry to have ruined the whole gym challenge and everything. It's too bad, but it can't be helped. In order to solve the energy issue as soon as possible, we awakened the Eternatus, but we couldn't control it. The champion came to aid me, even at the cost of abandoning the match. Indeed, just like a knight in shining armor coming to rescue a princess from a dragon. I do tend to ramble on, I know. I love to make speeches. But I think I can't stop talking now. I think the champion should have captured the Eternatus by now. If you're curious, you can take the lift up. And I trust you'll be going too, right Hop? I certainly hope losing to me didn't discourage you too much. Go on now, both of you. Go see how your champion is doing. Our champion. Discouraged? You don't get it, do you, Chairman? Neither me nor my Pokémon are anywhere near giving up. We've learned how to be strong, thanks to the gym challenge you organized. He even gave you a little pep talk there at the end. So stop being so full of yourself. Also, is my team still looking bad? You healing me before we go up there, or? You alright, Ling? I'm ready for anything, are you? Give me a moment. Yeah, we've no idea what's going up there. Better be sure you'll be ready. Okay, so you're not gonna heal me. Just wanted to make sure, because I'm not about to go up there and let myself get kicked in the face, because I'm not prepared for that. So let's heal those. And Eternatus will be most likely the Pokemon that I'm gonna have to face off against. And Eternatus is a poison dragon. Which means Fred is struggling with that, sadly, and Pi is also struggling with that. This is the moment where an Ice-type move would really come in handy, actually. But I don't have an Ice-type move that anyone can learn. So I think that's a problem there. Pi, you go up front and we're gonna see if you can get your Dracomic. I'm ready. Wouldn't expect anything less from my rival. Now come on, we've got to help Lee. Let's go and try that. What's that? Just a barrel? It looks gorgeous. Unless we can catch it, which I don't think we can at this point. Maybe we can? I'm not sure. Yes? You alright? You came to help me in spite of the danger? Thanks, Hop. And you, Lin. You two really have grown tremendously. But no need for you kids to worry. Seems like some power of Eternatus was keeping my team from Dynamaxing. But we've had a champion time all the same. Charizard and the rest of my champion team members have really worn Eternatus down. Now if I can simply catch it in a Pokeball, we should be able to get this madness under control. Then everything will be back to normal. So watch this. It's going to be a real champion catch. I somehow suspect that it won't. But I mean, I would wish that it would happen. And breaks free. There's no shakes. Well, that ball just broke in half. Yep, that didn't work. And for some odd reason, that knocked out Lee. Appeared is a strong word there. Oh, it knows pressure. Dang it. I don't have a quick ball anymore because I didn't find any of them anymore. You think Eternatus is heavy? So there's no reason in me just trying to do that. There might be a chance that I just kill it. Dynamax Cannon. That sounds horrifying. Yep, that definitely sounded horrifying. I'm sorry for that. So, Donnie? Dynamax Cannon is either poison or dragon. It's really difficult for me to figure that out right now. Let's try and liquidate the thing. Dragon Pulse, that's a dragon type move. I know what that does. Yeesh, that still deals a lot of damage. Not very effective, as was expected. I could just go in there and keep my team healed up. And see what other moves we do that would not take me out instantly. Dragon Pulse sucks. But if you stick with Dragon Pulse, I wouldn't need you to do something else for me. We are slower than Eternatus is, so that sucks. If it's Dragon Pulse again, I'm gonna switch over to Sin. Flamethrower. That's okay. That's not a lot of damage. I'm going to Chawlock you. That's gonna suck a lot. Come on. Yeesh. Still not sure if it's a dragon type move though. So now you can't run away. I gotcha. So, the interesting thing is though that Dragon Pulse dealt more damage than the Dynamax Cannon. That's also fine by me. Not very effective, but whatever. Maybe I can lower your speed stat a little bit. That would help me a lot. Please use up all of your other moves on Donnie, because Donnie is resilient, so that's good for me. And also, thanks to Donnie, I'm safe from critical hits from Eternatus, which really helps me out a lot. Rock Tomb. That is good. So we're now officially in the red. I'm gonna try to catch that thing now. What? You can't throw a Pokeball. Oh, I can't. And then just continue on. We're faster now. Yeah, couldn't catch it, so there's that. Oops. Kinda plopped down. That seems unhealthy. It seems extremely unhealthy. Also, hi Hop, nice for you to run next to me just so that you're in the cutscene. Good that you forgot about Lee. And now we welcome the thing that's absolutely horrifying. Oh, it's both of us? Is my team healed or not? My team seems to be healed. Wow, it's huge! Let's take it on together, Lynn! It would be cool if... I'm gonna do... a risky thing. I'm gonna swap out for you. Pi, get out of there. I hope that whatever it does is a dragon type move and Fred is good. Eternatus is storing energy. What? I can't use any moves! I didn't try to use any moves. But I'm gonna play rough. Let's go. Storing energy. Can't use any moves. I forgot! We found the sword and shield and the slumbering wield! Yeah, I cannot use that, so... more energy stored. Lynn, use the shield! It might be old and rusted, but there's got to be some use to it! Got it! And that's when the game crashed. Let's see. Those were graves. Or a rockified Pokémon. I don't know what it would be. They beamed themselves to us. And now there they come. What an epic song. Still with the howling in there, which is nice. So now we have Gamma Class. No, whatever the fully evolved form of that is, where it also is a sword and a shield. Well, we have them now. I love how Alternatives is basically just a hand. Intrepid Sword, attack rose, and Dauntless Shield, your defense probably rises. And more pressure is exerted. So everyone's doing something. You know what? I might go down, but Draco Meteor, let's go. Ooh, thanks for the attack. That's gonna help me a lot, I'm pretty sure. Everyone's attack rises. Light screen. I love how we see the other arenas and places in the backs. Wormwind, I'm scared. Ooh, pie. My pie stands strong. And attack of everyone fell. Double edge. Good job, Hop. Hey, looks like we can use our moves now. Thanks to Sakian and Samaseta, that is. Don't worry, I used Draco Meteor. Super effective. But there goes my special attack stat. Now, we're gonna do the strategic thing. Fred! Because if it uses Max Wormwind again, I think it should be fine in that case. Behemoth Blade. It's a gorgeous looking weapon. Still didn't do as much damage as I think it ought to do. Behemoth Bash. And Bonk. Also beautiful. Critical hit. So that means it was even weaker than the sword. Got it. Yeesh. Super effective. And now there was Sunlight turned harsh. More double edge. Well then, let's play rough. Again, the poison type is a problem, but we should be fine. It's a thing with the legendary Pokemon here that are supposed to be really good against Alternatives is they're not really having the effective moves that they should have. Because Samasenta is a fighting type, if I remember correctly, so therefore having actually a disadvantage. Who's again against me? Why are you always against me? What did I do to you? Except for a lot, but that's besides the point. If Play Rough does enough damage, then we ought to be fine. That really did nothing there, Fred. I should feel ashamed of having you up there. Sid? I'm just gonna bide my time and let the two legendaries deal with that, because... well, obviously that's the best choice. Because Behemoth Blade just deals a lot of damage. And it's done anyway. And now the giant hand in the sky explodes. This is it! Hurry, Lin! Try to catch Eternatus now! Well, sure, let's try and catch it. What would be a good ball to have you in? A dusk ball for the darkest day would be fitting. Heavy ball, a love ball. Dream ball. You're not sleeping. Yeah, sure, let's make it just because it's fitting. Try catching you in the dusk ball. I guess it is dark after all. Stay in the ball, Nebby! Is it working? Don't touch that ball and stay far away from it. We good? We good. Actually don't know if it can break out of that. Hey there, doggos. Goodbye, doggos. What an odd behavior for dogs. I love how that is played off like it's the end of everything. We still have to battle Lee. We're not done here yet, game. We're not the champion yet. 3 days later. Okay. Took us sweet time there. Fully ready. I wonder what the animation would be if it wouldn't have a backpack. So Chairman Rose turned himself in then? I never thought I'd live to see the day. He awoke in the Eternatus and nearly caused a catastrophe for the entire region. You reap what you sow, I say. Taking it surprisingly light. I don't know about you, but I slept like the dead. Everyone's still talking about what happened, but at least things are back to normal now. We really did defeat the Eternatus together with Samasenta and Zakian. And still Lee's, well, he's being Lee, insisting on having a championship match with you today. It's a bit much, isn't it? You sure you're up for it? I'm not even too sure about him. He was out cold and hurt pretty badly himself during all that mess. I do understand how he feels though. Feels like I've been waiting forever to get to see you and him face off in a serious match. So come on. The match will be at Winton Stadium. Where else? I'm ready to go. I didn't really do much in the last battle. I wanna take... Not saving. That's not what I do. I wanna take a look though, because the Eternatus should be in the box now. And... Dynamax Cannon was a Dragon type move. The only thing that he had was Cross Poison. Wouldn't be too difficult then. Well, Dynamax Cannon is a No, I wanna check your summary. It's a horrifying move though. You have a big special attack stat. Like 100, 100. This move deals twice the damage if the target is Dynamaxed. Brutal. We'll do a lot of damage if we use that against Lee. Which we won't, because we will go against Lee with our team. So I feel pretty good about what's going on there. We caught surprisingly little Pokemon overall in this game, I wanna say. Feels like they really didn't give me a lot to catch there in terms of new Pokemon. Or just ignored them. Anywho, it doesn't matter too much to me. At last the final match, Challenger Lin. And the thing that I'm doing with this though, because this is the first time in a long while that I'm playing on an official console, is I'm not just gonna push aside all of the Pokemon that I have maybe only a one-time chance to catch or something like this. I'm gonna try to catch them. Because after all, this is something where I can take the Pokemon from and bring them over to different games and whatnot and keep them with me. Which, with the emulated games, I couldn't do that, so it never felt too necessary for me to do so. But for this one, it kind of feels like I want to keep everything that I can keep. It's important, more important to me than it was with the other things. It's Team Yell. Hi, Team Yell. Well then, time to have ourselves a champion match and finish off, except for the post-game. This is the final match against the champion, the championship match. Are you ready to face Leon? I'm ready to beat him. Then change into your uniform and head out onto the pitch. Let's see if I have what it takes to beat the unbeatable champion. My team is looking gorgeous. The only one that doesn't have an item is Mac, I just realized. So maybe we just quickly take a look at what we could do there. The Protector. The Wide Lens. Accuracy of moves, not necessary. But HP KO, Zoom Lens. Heat Grip. Grip, technically. Choice Scarf. One move only. EV Light. You're not evolving anymore, that doesn't help. Air Balloon. Float. The Black Sludge. Grassy Seed. Electric Seed. Battery. Rare Candy. You're always behind, so you're gonna get that one Rare Candy. So whatever. Smoke Ball. I don't think I really have anything necessarily good. An item to be held. We cast a tricky glare that lowers the opposing Pokemon's accuracy. You get that. Because you have nothing else. Let's go. Let's beat the champion. Let's try to at least. The big finale. And he's not out on the pitch already aura farming, so I think I have a better chance this time. You ready, Leon? My matches are always sold out, but this? Never seen a crowd this wild. Everyone knows what you did for us this week, Lynn. They know you're the one who caught Eternatus and saved the future of the Galar region. A real hero who battled alongside the legendary Pokémon Zacian and Samacenta. I couldn't have dreamt of a better challenger to help increase my winning streak. Now that I've seen just what kind of strength you possess, as the greatest of challengers, crushing you into the dirt will show everyone just how strong the champion truly is. Come on, Lynn, let's make this a final match that'll go down in Galar's history. No, a match that'll change Galar forever. We're gonna have an absolute champion time. I mean, obviously, we're gonna go rearing for that pose. Your Charizard pose. Am I gonna have to develop a specific pose, or am I cool with not having to do that? The same thing that Hop does. Aegislash. That's what you're starting off with. The Sword and Shield Pokemon. He had the legendary Pokemon this whole time. It's one of the duties of the champion to get the crowd fired up. I mean, you worked them pretty good. 62. Level difference is a little bit stark, but nothing we can't overcome, I would say. Also, we will get level ups out of this fight, so a super effective hit, and expect nothing less from your team. Are you gonna do the same thing as Hop does? Comment on everything that I'm doing? Because please don't. Haxorus. Sure, let's go. Let's dance, Lee. That's gonna be not too difficult to take out. I'm excited for this battle, actually. I've been waiting for that one to happen for a good long while now. Thing is, I'm slower than Haxorus. So problem is if it knows something that I'm super weak to. Iron Tail, like that. Come on! Fred! Aiming for super effective hits is a surefire way to claim victory. Maybe I should have given you the focus stash. Because you're a little bit of a squishy one. I have nobody else that has any moves that are super effective against dragon types. That's the only problem that I'm running into here. But I have maybe an idea on how to deal with the Toxorus. And that is the Octolock. Outrage, that's gonna suck a little bit. With a little bit, I mean like a lot. But Octolock, you're mine now, Lee. You can no longer escape, and I'm gonna lower your stats there a little bit. And how much does that? Not enough, so I'm gonna have to use one max potion. I'm gonna do at least one more in the hopes that I don't die. Just to lower your stats a little bit more so that someone else can go in there. We're looking good. So everything's falling pretty nicely. If I do one more... What's one more? Because I think it will get confused after the next one. And that's just gonna help me out a little bit. Yeesh. Close, but now you're confused. And your defense stats fall even more. So the confusion is good. I'm gonna use one max potion. I should have bought more potions, I just realized. Well, I'm gonna be fine. Hit yourself, come on. More outrage. Yep, there that goes. I'm gonna go ahead and use one max revive on Fred. I'm not gonna use Fred because, well, technically I can, because you're now raging. And I think that is a 3-turn guaranteed rage that you're gonna do there. So I can go in there with Fred and I should be fine. Also, you're confused, so that also helps me a little bit. So that should definitely help me. Let's Spirit Break you. Okay, you missed me. Good. I was like, hold on. You shouldn't have been able to hit me there. You didn't hit me. I thought Outrage was one of these moves where you're locked in for 3 turns. Apparently not. Good attack stat. Love that. What you sending out next? Dragapult. Technically I can just stay. Technically I can stay because we're still technically good. Flamethrower. I'm not too concerned about fire type moves. I mean, they still suck, but I'm not that concerned about it. Oh, it's still standing. Gosh dang it. But I mean, the Shell Bell is still helping a lot. Spirit Break because I have a better hit chance with that. I don't want to risk it unnecessarily, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna break your spirit yet again. Yeah, you survived that one a lot better, but... Shell Bell, I don't need to use healing items if I'm in a good position. I like that you use Flamethrower, because that's really helping me a lot. I also can see why you and Ryan had a big rivalry, because you both seem to be using Dragon-type Pokemon. Which... I see why your fights can get heated. Nice. Good job, Pie. Mr. Rhyme. Ice type, definitely. Is it something else? It is definitely an ice type, so Gira. It might be a fairy type as well. But it's definitely an ice type. Why would you have Mr. Rhyme? I mean, it's definitely... Seeing that Ryan is like your main rival, I see why Mr. Rhyme would make sense for you. Like, 100% see why that is your Pokemon, your teammate. But still, good, because I will need Donnie up there, and 1-9 is beautiful. Gorgeous, all of these. Inteleon. Either you or you. Pie. I love that Lee has the Sobble in his team actually and trained it up himself, and now he has an Italian in his party. I think depending on what Pokemon were picked, he will have the respective one. The one that has been left over. Energy Ball, let's go. Tearful look. Why look at my apple pie so sadly? I don't get it. It's just an apple pie. Can you stop? Okay, well actually at this point you can't think about camping. It's perfectly fine. We're not in a position anymore where it's like, oh, you should not think about camping. It's not the point to do that right now, like in the fight with Eternatus. Now we can think about camping. That's totally fine. Oh, Fred, gorgeous. That's so gorgeous though in terms of what you got. And there's the Charizard. We're gonna switch out. It's a bit of a shame that Sin didn't see any action in this fight, but you know, Charizard is also a flying type, so there is still time for that. I'm not finished having a champion time here, and I won't let anyone else finish it for me. I will though. 65. That's a stark difference there, but I'm gonna be fine. I'll show you what Charizard can really do. It's Gigantamax time. Not champion time. And there it is. You know, the only thing that I'm always concerned about is standing right in front of these giant things that blast attacks at each other, and you're standing in the middle of that. Is that really the best spot for you as a trainer to stay in? I'm not sure that's safe. I feel like there should be a better spot to stand in than right in the middle of all of that. But then again, what do I know? Nothing. So let's see what you're gonna do. Steel Wing, Max Steel, Overgrowth, Overgrowth? You have Solar Beam, you dumb prick. I hate you. Lee, I absolutely hate you. Well, you were prepared for Donnie. So, at that point, now I know it has a grass type, probably a dragon type, and a fire type move. So I'm just gonna have to stay a little bit and make sure that I get to the point where just the Charizard is standing there. What might give me a little bit of an edge in time might be Bounce. Goodbye. Whoop. Max Rockfall. Avoided the attack, we're good. And I bounced on you, dealt some damage. And Rockfall again, so it does know a rock type move as well. I knew that that was gonna happen. Thanks for that. And now Sandstorm. You're really playing into Ryan's hands with that, you know? You're also getting buffed by the storm, so we know Solar Beam, we know a rock type move. Again, I'm pretty sure it does know at least one fire type move. The Charizard should shrink down. If it wouldn't have, I would have been really upset at this point. So I'm gonna use Overdrive. It's still faster than I am. Fire Blast, again, was expecting at least one fire type move. Let's see if you can survive my Overdrive. A sweet base solo that is. You can't. And we will never learn what the fourth move would be. Beautiful. And pie. So gorgeous. And there goes the head. In the sandstorm. That head's gone. My time as a champion is over. But what a champion time it's been. Thank you for the greatest battle I've ever had. Thanks for the prize money. You would think there would be more money with defeating the champion, but guess not. Well, we did that. We had ourselves, indeed, a champion time. And the game was really thinking hard about what to do next. Hey, our mom's here too. Congratulations, Lynn. You've beaten him, the unbeatable champion, making you the new champion of the region. You've become a first-rate trainer, alright? I offer you my heartfelt congratulations. And now that you're grown so strong, perhaps it's time I start looking ahead myself. It's time we both started working on improving the here and now, for the sake of all that's to come. And you, Lynn? What you ought to do now is believe in yourself and your partner Pokemon and keep on blasting something in order to create the bright future we all hope to see. I hate that. People of Gala, here you have it, a new legend born right before your eyes. Your champion Lynn! And they even beat him with levels to spare. Bet you can't wait to see what kind of future a kid with this kind of strength might bring out. I sure can't. Let's watch and see what you can do. Again, this would be a moment where voice acting would make this cutscene a lot stronger, but again, that's not the strong suit of the Pokemon games. And I'm pretty sure even the Pokemon Legends cigar that's coming out will also not have any sort of voice acting in it, because they don't do that. And I also want to point out, since I'm already in that discourse, I don't want to have everything voice acted. I don't need it to be like the Elder Scrolls games or Fallout games where you walk around and you hear everyone blabbering around, even though Oblivion is kind of hilarious in that way. I don't need that. I also don't need everything to be voice acted, just like major cutscenes like that. The conversation between Lee and Rose. Those things. Just voice act the big important cutscenes. The small things they don't care about, but give me voice acting for the big important ones. Gives it more gravitas. Other than that, honestly, I really still love to this point, Pokemon Sword and Shield. They were a fun new entry into the Pokemon series. The wild area is fun, being a little bit more open worlded with that. And just improving on what the Pokemon games were beforehand. And that as a stepping stool to go in and make Pokemon Legends Arceus and making this even bigger and an even more interesting experience than to just kind of take away things that were really fun in Legends Arceus or Arceus. Again, I'm gonna do both if it needs to be, and make it a less cohesive thing somehow with Scarlet Violet is an interesting thing. But playing through this one again just really showed that there was some great things in there, and I enjoyed this game a lot. And I still really love the Pokemon that are new to this game, and they made a fun story as well. Hop was a little bit frustrating, but in an okay way. It was not frustrating in a way where it's like, Hop, fucking, you're annoying. He was like, okay, come on, get it together. Stop bragging about everyone else. Build yourself up a little bit, buddy. And overall, fun game. Honestly, still a really fun game. So, if you ever thought about whether or not to get this game, if you have the chance, grab it, it's fun. As with that though, we're not fully done. I said we're gonna have the post-game stuff, and there's some really fun post-game stuff, and that's going to be in its own separate episode. So we have one more episode of Sword and Shield before we jump into the final main title Pokemon game. Not Legends Arceus. That's not a main title game. Scarlet and Violet. And I'm looking forward to that as well. Albeit for some odd reason, not as much as I've been looking forward to this one. Maybe because of the open world nature that Scarlet and Violet already has. I'm not as excited to jump into that, because open world games tend to run longer, be more convoluted. So I need to make sure that I absolutely have a plan and an idea of how I want to lay everything out and what I want to do in each given episode to make them feel like we're progressing in a nice way. Because for this series, I was like, every episode had a gym battle. After the first 2 episodes that were basically just build up, which took a long time already. But after that, every episode had a gym battle, every episode had important situations going on. I wanted to make sure we had good story progress and also game related progress. And that's gonna be a little bit more difficult in my opinion with Scarlet and Violet, but I'm gonna figure that out. Trust you me. Thank you everyone! That's my line. It's my line. Well, let's see what the post scene. Ah yeah, Voodoo, that's the post credit scene. Mayu 2. The end. So will there be a post credit scene or not? Or will it just take me to the title screen? Because if it takes me to the title screen, that's fine by me as well. So we're just to the title screen. So I'm not gonna load into the game just yet, because that's going to be part of the next episode then. So again, one more jump. We're not going to do any of the DLC stuff. I said that at the very first episode, and I'm gonna say it here at the end of this episode as well. No DLC stuff, just post game, and we're jumping into Scarlet Violet after that. So I hope you're looking forward to that. Take a glorious look at our team once more. And I hope to see you for what will be the last episode of Pokemon Sword and Shield. Bye!